getting into this episode of GH, I'm gonna need Sasha to be more careful about where she leaves her tablet and anything else relating to her pregnancy. Because my thing is, if she doesn't want people to know that she's pregnant, stop leaving stuff out in the open. Like she done left the tablet all out in the open with the prenatal vitamin information up there. I'm like, are you nuts? You don't want people to know, so stop leaving that stuff out in the open. Because as soon as Carly saw it, she was like, "Who pregnant?" Like for real. Like, come on now. Can't be leaving big stuff like that out if you don't want people to know your secret. Um, Drew is continuously pissing me off. Like his long neck ass, I'm getting so sick of him. I don't blame Tracy for being eager to oust him. I do not blame her because she was eager and ready. Like she kept telling Ned, we need to shut him down. Like, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Because Drew is getting beside himself. He's getting way too cocky. I don't like he's arrogant. He's cocky, he's arrogant as hell. Um and it's definitely time for them to shut Drew down. Like when Nina pulled him to the side and, accused him of using Scout to get closer to Willow, he was like, "Oh, if that's what you think I'm doing, then do something about it." Oh, I thought so. I'm Nina. Bust his ass, Nina. Like, I'm getting so sick of this. Like, he getting way too arrogant. Way too he's very cocky. And I'm getting sick of him. Like this little attitude of his, I'm like, yo, Drew, somebody he need to get a worse ass whooping than what Jason did to him. Cause I feel like Jason didn't beat his ass long enough or rough enough. Like he need to be jumped at this point. He's doing too much. Honestly, when Chase and BLQ was talking about it or whatever, about the secret that Willow kept from Michael, BLQ was like, "Oh, everybody has secrets, and that just means that they're human." And she was looking all uncomfortable. I'm convinced now more than ever she got a child out there, whether that be Gio or somebody else. She got a kid out there. I'm more convinced because she's been acting real squirrely these last few months. Like every time you see her and she brings up something or talks about something, she has this look in her face and she starts getting very uncomfortable. I'm convinced she hiding something. She's definitely hiding something from him and from everybody. Um, it would make sense for Gio to be her kid, though. That would definitely make sense. So they need to rip the Band-Aid off and let's go. But I think they just trying to build suspense, I guess. Because as soon as she said that, Gio come walking in the room. Go figure. Gio crazy as hell. I'm glad that he got to perform at the football game, but he crazy because I would have stayed at that game. Like, why did you come back home? I would have stayed at the game. Like, the hell you doing? And why the Quartermains got that little TV? Like, when I think of wealthy people, I do not see them with that little TV that be sitting on the stand like that little flat screen. I'm like, the Quartermains ain't got a 95-inch or something. They look like the type of people that would have a big ass TV on that wall. Like, I'm just saying, like that little TV for multimillionaires. I'm like, okay. I guess. But then again, that living room probably not for TV watching. You know what I mean? Because it is Port Charles. Who in that town really watch TV like that? Hell, they beat on the TV with their drama. I don't blame Tracy in a way though for not wanting to turn the game on because it's a Christmas party. Like y'all supposed to be drinking, mixing, mingling. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all supposed to be having some fun, not sitting there watching no game. But then again, I can't blame everybody else for wanting to watch the game. Like I'm just saying, that's part of the fun. I mean, do you have to have the TV super loud? No, but it's part of the fun. So I probably would have been watching the game right along with them. So I can't fault them for that. Because I know Trina was happy watching her boo on that TV. Him being interviewed and stuff. I said, look at Kai. I don't blame Tracy either, like, for being anxious to see Lulu. Because I cannot wait for Lulu and Tracy to be reunited. Tracy was funny as hell. She was like, I ought to go over there. She said, because Laura over there being stingy with Lulu. Tracy is funny. Then that little comment she made about Willow and Drew playing footsies. That shit was funny. She was like Drew over there playing footsies with Michael's wife. Tracy is funny as hell. I love that she's back. Like I just enjoy her. Her comedy is just pure gold. Her one liners, all of that shit is just it's top tier. Um I am super happy that Olivia and nobody else told Carly about what's going on, because it's like most of the people in that room know what's going on between Willow and Drew. And I'm glad nobody said nothing. I'm glad Olivia made sure she didn't say anything, nobody say anything, because I get it that Carly is fiercely protective of her kids. I get that. She likes to know what's going on because she noticed that Michael and Willow were pretty, icy with each other. She noticed, something ain't right with them. But I'm glad nobody told her, because at the end of the day, Michael's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And if he wanted his mother to know, because I agree with Ned, it is kind of surprising that this has been going on all this time and Carly doesn't have a clue about it. I agree with him. It is kind of weird. But Michael's a grown man, though. If he didn't want his mother to know about it right now, I don't blame him. That's up to him to tell her. That's nobody else's business. Carly need to relax. Like, your kids are grown. Most of your kids are grown. Like, just fall back and let them come to you when they're ready to come to you. Like, you don't need to know everything as it's unfolding. Like, just calm down. She kind of annoyed me with her comment about Nina being invited to the Christmas party. I'm like, Harley, Nina got just as much right to be there as you do. Because, come on now. Y'all share grandchildren, and the grandchildren live on that estate. So she has every right to come. So calm down. Carly should be happy her ass got invited to the mansion. Because if anybody shouldn't be there, it should be her. Because I'm just saying, with all the history with her and that family, please, ought to be glad your ass was invited. And calm herself down. Tracy, I am so glad Tracy did what she did and grabbed that phone. I am so glad that Drew and Willow's affair was made public like that. I was so happy. I said, go star for Tracy. Go ahead. I was so happy she was the one to expose that shit, even if it was by accident. I'm glad. And I know Michael, didn't want that to come out in that moment. He wanted to wait until after Christmas and stuff to reveal what he know or whatever. And the fact that he had a one night stand, because like he told Sasha, he was like, I'm gonna tell her I had a one night stand with somebody, but I'm gonna leave your name out. I respect it. I respect that he wanted to, keep that, keep Sasha's info out of that. I respect that. He didn't want to drag her into that. But I don't like the fact that he just solely keeps blaming Drew for this. Like, oh, Drew is the one that did it. No, you need to put the responsibility on Drew and Willow. They both did this. Willow's a consulting. She's a consenting adult. You know what I'm saying? She made that choice to kiss him more than once. She made that choice to sleep with him. These were her choices. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Drew can't take all the blame for this. You got to put some of that blame on Willow too. It takes two. But judging from the previews of tomorrow's episode, Willow looked like she gonna be blaming Michael. I'm like, girl, this is what she does. She deflects. Like, she sits right there and plays the blame game and try to shift the blame. No. Everybody need to be held accountable for their own mess. Because she's not blameless in none of this. Don't try to flip it. You did what you did. It's out there now, so get over it. I can't wait to see Carly go to hell off on Drew. It was annoying how Carly was telling Drew, oh, you're a great dad. Ma'am, stop lying to him. I hate when people lie to deadbeats and say they're a great parent. Like, no, they're not. Ain't nothing about him no great father. Please. That man be using that child. That's all he do. Using and neglecting. That's all that man do. Anyway, moving on from that. What the hell going on at the hospital? Because Liz's computer was like, the alarm was all going off. I'm like, is something going on with Dex, or is somebody hacked the system? Like, what is going on over there? I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrus is lurking around and he found out, oh, Dex is still breathing and he want to finish the job. I wouldn't be shocked by that. That wouldn't shock me in the slightest. It wouldn't. It really wouldn't at this point. I really want to know what the hell going on with Ava the Jerome. Like, what is going on with her? Because she was talking to Rick about potentially buying a new home and, talking about what's next for her. And all of a sudden, her credit card got declined. And the check that she wrote Rick for representing her was bounced. I'm like, what in the freak is going on here? Because we all know Ava ain't broke. Ava had money before she married Nicholas, and when her and Nicholas divorced, she got a pretty penny from him in the divorce, including Windermere, and she sold Windermere. And I know Windermere is huge. That's not only just the island; that's a big ass castle with a whole bunch of rooms. So I'm pretty sure that whole thing, if I had to venture to guess, that whole thing should cost at least over $100 million at best. She should have got at least over 100 or at least 80 million for that sale. Because that's a huge estate. That is huge. So I know she made out like a bandit on that. So there's no way Ava's broke. Absolutely no way. It can't be. So something tell me somebody hacked her account. It gotta be a hack job. It has to be. And I normally I would put Sonny on that list. I would put Sonny as a suspect on the list. But I don't know, because when Ava and Rick went over to Sonny, Sonny didn't seem cocky. Because usually when Sonny's up to something, he'd have a very cocky demeanor. He would have a smirk on his face like he's up to something. He would kind of let you know it by the smirk on his face, but he didn't give off that energy like he did something. So I don't know. But he's still on the suspect list, but I don't know. Something going on. In my opinion, Natalia can go because she serves no purpose. Every time her and Sonny are together is usually talk about her relationship with her kids or lack thereof. And that's all she keeps complaining about is she doesn't have a relationship with her kids. And I'm like, okay, well then go fix your relationship with your children instead of sitting around here in a town that you have no business being in. Like, I'm just saying, go fix your relationship instead of trying to hunch on Sonny. Like, I'm just saying. And the fact that she be calling Sonny a great dad, talking about, oh, Ava wouldn't win a custody battle because you're a great dad. I wouldn't necessarily call Sonny a great father. He's decent compared to some, but I wouldn't call him a great one. I'm just saying. That's how you know she don't know what she talking about. I just feel like every time she stroke his ego, she trying to win brownie points with him or something. Because I'm like, ma'am, you can't be serious with some of these statements that you're making towards him. There's no way in the world. Ain't no way. Great father? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll give you that one. He's decent, but I wouldn't say great father. Like, compared to who? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do a comparison then, because I wouldn't say that. Anyway, moving on from that. I don't even know why Alexis wastes her time with Christina. I really don't know why. Every time she tries to have a conversation with this girl, Christina just pisses me off. Like, she's still sitting there talking about, oh, she knew, like, basically gloating that Molly and TJ broke up. Oh, I predicted that was going to happen, and I'm pretty sure if the baby survived, they was still broke up. That you can't predict that. You can't say that would have happened. And I'm glad Alexis corrected her and let her know that the reason they broke up had a lot to do with the baby's death. You know what I'm saying? Like, Christina don't even know what she's talking about. She's just super annoying. Like, everything about her is an entitled brat. And my thing about it is, I wouldn't want Molly and Christina to make up and be family again. I just want Molly the hell away from that girl because she's toxic. Like, with family and friends like that, who needs enemies? You know what I'm saying? Everything about Christina is toxic as shit. So I don't even know why Alexis wastes her time talking to the girl. So I guess she decided to take Sonny up on an offer and get Charlie's, I suppose. I'm like, well, good for her. She's just annoying, and I'm glad Alexis let her know, like, at the end of the day, Molly's grieving a different way. Like, not everybody wants to, go the revenge route. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christina chooses to do, so that's her business. Being a parent getting revenge on somebody does not define you as a parent. Oh, she didn't feel like she was really the mother because she wouldn't even fight. She wouldn't even get revenge. So what? That's not what everybody's about. Everybody grieves differently. Christina's just a little witch. Like, she really is. I wouldn't have nothing to do with that girl. If I was Molly, I would never forgive. I would never be friends with her, like sisters with her. I would never be nothing with her. She couldn't get the sweat off my brow. Like, I'm just saying. I would pay that girl dust. Like, seriously. Christina would be X'd out of my life. Because that attitude of hers is just so unbecoming. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. I really did. I thought this was a pretty good one. This felt kind of like a cliffhanger Friday for like this felt like a Friday episode, even though it's Thursday. It really did, but this was actually pretty good. So anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.